Please like the video, subscribe. My see the night. The crown changed hands, they said. Champions are born. That greatness belongs to the chosen few. That destiny is decided before the fight even begins. But on one unforgettable night, two warriors proved. That destiny is written in pain, sweat, and heart. The arena was loud. The lights were blinding. The championship throne stood empty. No queen, no ruler. Just a crown waiting for someone brave enough to bleed for it. The challenger from the unknown. First came Ayla Storm, young fearless. A rising star who learned to fly before she learned to fall. People called her gifted, they said she was. Naturally talented. They didn't see the years of silent struggle. The nights she trained while the world slept, she walked into enemy territory, carrying the weight of an entire division on her shoulders. She wasn't just fighting for a title. She was fighting to prove she belonged. The warrior who carried her home on her back then there was Mei Lin. Forged by discipline, hardened by pain, a striker, a survivor. She didn't come with hype. She came with scars. This championship wasn't just gold to her, it was pride. It was home. It was everything she had built with her own hands. If this crown was leaving her world, it would have to be ripped from her heart. The silent witness standing between them was Rhea Vale, the future challenger, the next in line, the one. Watching every move, she wore the stripes of authority, but inside, a storm was brewing, because how do you stay neutral when the prize you're watching is the very thing you're destined to chase? The war no one expected. The bell rang, and what followed was not a match, it was a war. Blows echoed through the arena. Bodies crashed to the mat. Hope rose and fell, and again. Every kick from Mei Lin carried years of sacrifice. Every leap from Ayla Storm carried a future trying to be born. Neither would break. Neither would bow. They fought like women who had nothing to lose and everything to become. The moment that changed everything, then it happened. A collision, a split second. The referee fell. Time froze. Opportunity doesn't knock. It whispers, and in that whisper, both warriors made choices. One moment, one opening, one move that would rewrite history. When the dust settled, only one woman stood. A new queen rise, the crown changed hands, the arena erupted, not because one woman lost, but because another finally became. Ayla Storm collapsed to her knees. Championship in her hands. Tears mixing with sweat. She had crossed the line from contender to champion. But across the ring, Mei Lin didn't cry. She rose. Because true warriors don't die when they lose. They evolve. And from the shadows, Rhea Vale watched. The future wasn't waiting anymore. It was coming. Final message for your motivational video ending. This is what they never tell you. Champions are not born confident. They become confident. By stepping into battles they're not ready for. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes the world feels unfair. Sometimes destiny hits you when you're down. But every fight shapes you. And one day, you won't just chase the crown. You'll become worthy of it. Hanel. The weight of the crown backstage was quieter than the arena. No cheers, no music, just the sound of Allah's breathing. For the first time the crown felt heavy, not because of its weight, but because of its responsibility. Every camera was on her now. Every critic had an opinion. Every rival had a plan. Being champion doesn't give you peace. It gives you pressure. The fallen warrior resues across the hall. Mei Lin wrapped her hands in silence. Loss didn't break her. It sharpened her. She replayed the moment again and again. It slipped the opening. The second that changed everything. She didn't blame fate. She blamed herself. And then she stood up. Because real fighters don't ask, why did I lose? They ask, who do I become next? The hunter in the shadows and, watching all of this, was Rhea Vale, the referee, the next challenger. The storm that hadn't been unleashed yet, she had seen both women bleed. She had counted the seconds of their pain. She knew their timing, their fear, their limits. Some people chase opportunity. Some people study it. Rhea didn't want the crown by luck. She wanted it by domination. The message the next night, Ayla Storm stood in the ring again, mic in hand. Title on her shoulder. I didn't come this far to be a moment, she said. I came to be a standard. The crowd roared, but from the entrance ramp, 3 shadows formed. The fallen warrior who refused to stay down. The silent hunter who had been watching all along. And the champion, standing in the middle of the storm. 3 paths. 1 crown. The storm before the war. This wasn't about gold anymore. This was about identity. Ayla Storm was fighting to prove she deserved it. Mei Lin was fighting to take back what she believed was hers. Rhea Vale was fighting to show the world she was inevitable. When ambition collides with pride, when hunger meets opportunity, crown doesn't just change hands, it changes people. Final message for video ending, part 2, winning. Is not the end of the journey. It's the beginning of being tested. The world doesn't attack you when you're weak. It attacks you when you become visible. So if life feels heavier after your success, good, that means you're carrying something worth protecting,